Okay, let's go.
This show may contain adult language, questionable life choices, and unsolicited opinions.
You've been warned. Welcome to Sugar, Spice, and Bad Advice.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Yvette.
Let's get messy. Okay, so we're going to start off, I think, today with Love is Blind.
Yes, we are going to catch up. Spoiler alerts, by the way. We already discussed 1 and 2 episodes. Now we're on episodes 3 and 4.
Yep.
So far, we've got 1 engagement.
Oh, the kookiest couple ever, Joey and Monica.
Joey and Monica. Every time I hear that, I think of Friends.
Yes. They're so wacky and silly.
Wacky is the word.
Yeah, wacky and
is the
silly.
Word. So silly. They looked like a couple of kids when they saw each other. Like,
I know. They were kind of awkward, but I guess it is a very awkward situation.
Right, exactly. But they were definitely...
I know. They were so happy and like bouncing around. They didn't seem like they had... is that like normal that they don't have a lot of time?
Yeah, no, I think they
it
just
was
give
like,
them, like
a certain 5 minutes or something to say hello.
It's like 5-10 minutes, have a glass of drink and a little kissy kiss and get your ring on and then...
What if you didn't like how he kissed?
Oh,
then
people, that's happened before. They've had awkward kisses and a lot of times those couples don't always make it. But I mean, they seem to like enjoy their kisses. They seem to enjoy each other.
What if you didn't?
You're going to have to figure it out. And when you... Okay, so
after
after
this...
Awkward
conversation
once they get engaged...
I don't like how you kiss.
Once they get engaged. Once everyone gets their person and gets engaged, they go to Mexico for a trip.
Everybody
goes to Mexico for, I think it's like a week or 2.
Oh, I want to go.
So then, yeah, right? So that's the first time that they actually get to spend time with each other one-on-one away from the pods and get to figure out their whole physical attraction, what they have in common when they're actually together in person. But yeah, I'm
during that week they actually get to hang out together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
and they also get to hang out with the other couples as well.
Oh, okay.
So they'll have like a meeting with everyone, and everyone gets to meet who they were talking to in the pods, and that gets messy.
Awkward.
It's so awkward and messy. I love it.
But, so messy.
But I feel like Joey and Monica are probably going to stay out of the drama.
Oh yeah, they don't have anything to do with anybody else. They're like, just in their own world, doing their own thing.
They saw each other or heard each other, and they're like, "That's
my one.
That's it." So they're done. But the engagement, though, I was thinking that once they saw each other, maybe he would get down on his knee and say something. And he did get down on his one knee, but it was more like, I have a gift for you.
Yeah.
I have a gift for you. Not like...
Because you have to remember, like, how you do that is what you're going to tell your kids and your grandkids. And, like, you have to have it, like, a little more... I don't know, like, personable or special or...
Oh, yeah. I would think. Like, just say a little bit extra, like...
A little something extra.
So looking forward to creating this journey or going on this journey with you. Will you take this ring? You know?
Yeah.
Just to reaffirm. And she already said yes, but, like, I don't know.
I know.
I guess I'm just... I'm being super judgy.
Sorry, that's dog.
Oh, that's Tina.
She's coming she's coming to visit.
She is the mascot of Sugar, Spice, Bad Advice. Lucy would be, but she doesn't allow her. Lucy is my kitty cat. She's just... Tina's very jealous. All right, so moving on.
Ben and Sarah?
Oh my gosh. It took me like a minute for these people to like get like locked into my brain.
Who they are.
I'm like, wait, they're
so boring.
I mean,
and she's so opinionated.
She is very opinionated.
Like, you guys don't actually know each other yet. They have to understand, like, there are things, and they talk about it like you don't discuss religion and politics at Thanksgiving dinner. This is one of, you want to be kind of on the same level, but she was so judging him, like, what was your opinion on George Floyd? Of course he thought George Floyd was wrong. That's not even, like, questionable. And then she... I don't know.
I think
she was very...
if he was to be, I totally disagree with Black Lives Matter. That, then
he was just like, I don't have an opinion on it.
But I'm open to it, and I would love to learn more. And clearly,
and that's a perfectly fine example.
Exactly, yes, because he doesn't have a personal opinion because he has not personally lived that.
Exactly,
but it doesn't mean he has to agree with it. Just
no, exactly. And in politics, you know what? If you don't know about something, it is a perfectly fine thing to say, I don't know enough. I don't have enough knowledge on the situation to give my opinion. That is a perfectly fine. Response to somebody asking you about that.
Sometimes I know there's this saying where it's like, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. But I think also sometimes people are too quick to, and this is not talking about George Floyd, but they're just too quick to stand up for something when they don't exactly know everything themselves.
And that's why we ended up with freaking teenagers sitting crying on the freeway. Like, you don't just jump into things, and if you don't know, it's perfectly fine not to know enough about a situation to make a statement about it.
Right. Exactly.
That is a completely fine thing.
I think he handled it perfectly, and he just said, the only way I can do it is show you like who I am, like in the way I act in my day-to-day life.
Good enough for her. Like,
she was looking for a reason to say no. But even when she was talking to was it Victoria, the other woman in the pods back at the girls,
the girls'
quarters. She talked to her and said, hey, like, but do you think like he's open to it? She even and she is a beautiful Black woman. And she was like, well, like if he's still open to learn or things like that, like then you should be okay with that.
Exactly.
And that's when Sarah was like, well, yeah, he does seem like he's open to learn. Okay, so stick with that.
And don't make him feel bad because he's telling you that he's not.
Let me tell you, you're
parading around with a sign.
Completely agree with your partner.
Nope, you
or
are
your
not.
Friends.
Or their families.
Yes.
Nope.
But do you want to date or be with someone who is
exactly like you?
Of you?
Yeah.
No, you want to have someone who you can have a conversation and discuss why you feel a certain way about
something. That's the best part about all this. We're all different.
Exactly. No one wants to be the same.
I feel like she was just very too much.
She was looking for.
She was, and it's like that doesn't have to do with your relationship. So
yeah. Don't be so holier than thou.
Yeah, exactly. Quit being holier than thou.
I think he would be a perfect match for her if she would just let him, be human. Just like he doesn't know everything.
I feel like she might try to take over their whole relationship though, and be
I feel like she'll be very like high on her high horse and be like judging him for everything. Well, how do you think about that? And how do you feel about that? Well,
and
that's
if you're
not the right response.
And if your responses don't align complete with her responses, then that could be an issue.
Yeah, I could see where that could be an issue. So hopefully she can kind of lock away that mental stuff and like
that people don't have to be just like you, don't have to have the same.
Love is blind. Like we can go back and forth about the way we think, but loving someone at the end of the day has nothing to do with politics.
No.
Or what your beliefs are.
That's like that takes a back seat.
Yeah, it should. But that's her deal.
And now into a little spicy people.
Oh yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
We said she was boring.
I
know.
Boring, and they were like, but on the other hand,
about her. Alex and Madison. Okay, the Baileyan was adorable. I feel like we talked about this. She has a troubled past.
Yes,
right?
I feel like I relate most with her past.
Yes. And I think she truly does want to go for someone who's different from what she would usually go for and kind of going for the nice guy, which I think is what she finds in Alex. I know he's very apprehensive, and I could see why.
I could see why too.
She is a little she's a little on the wilder side. But he's not. I feel like he's also making himself seem like he's very cookie cutter.
Yeah,
and like, honey, you got kicked out of your house too. Like, come on, you're both have had your struggles, so you're not like.
You're not get off your high horse. I get it.
But I know that they are now exclusive, right?
That's like I don't understand that because she has not broken up with Mason.
So not yet, but I guess so. I guess we're going to see that in the next episode.
I'm guessing
she hasn't seen Mason since her and Alex became official.
Official, yeah.
And Alex knows that Mason is the other guy, but I don't think.
I don't think Mason knows. No,
is the other guy. And then Madison knows that Meg is talking to Mason. And she said that was kind of pushing her away from him.
Because she knew that he wasn't her number one.
Yes.
And that Meg is sitting there like
waiting.
Mason is Meg's number one.
Oh yeah. She's just waiting for him to make the decision.
All in.
Yeah, she's all in. So I think that's all, the fact that another woman wanted him, that was what kind of made her be like,
you're not my number one, so you can go.
They did have a lot of talk about sex, Mason and Madison.
They did. And I kind of feel like that's why one of the things I feel like Alex is just too good for Madison. Madison's a little too wild, and I get it. I get it. I relate most to you. I think that she's a little too wild for him. I don't think he will know what to do with her. I think that he's just gonna be like, oh my god, like, what do I do? A lot of women. I don't know. He might need to read a couple books.
My hope. A couple books.
I need to read a book.
Kama Sutra or something.
Yeah, Kama Sutra. I need to read a book.
You might need to change his style a little bit, get a leather jacket or something. I'm hoping that they will kind of like balance each other out. If
she is looking for love, like for in the future, then I think that totally Alex is amazing. But I still feel like she's still kind of fucking around because her and Mason have all these like sex talks.
Yeah,
I'm like, so you are fucking around.
It's easy to have that.
You're
sex
just
talk.
Fucking.
But then she was telling all the girls that she was like not about it when he said that she was his number one. She was like, oh, that scared me. She's like, I felt bad because I was like, oh, I don't feel the same.
You're not my number one.
Yeah. So
are we at the point in time where they need to start breaking it off and being exclusive?
It's time to start like wrap it up,
like
y'all.
Breaking off.
I was hoping we would have more engagements by the end of about episode 4, but everyone's just really taking their time.
I don't know how fast this is actually supposed to go.
I mean, maybe I'm just impatient, but again,
come on,
a lot.
Pick someone.
Pick it.
I know it's the rest of your life, but you need to wrap it up now.
It's the rest of your life.
I know it's just the rest of your life.
Come on. The thing is. So what I'm hoping for Alex and Madison, I will say that he brings a sense of calm and peace to her and kind of like regulates her.
Sweet.
And
he's like, what kind of house do you want?
I was like,
you want to be there for her, but I feel like because I'm a mess, I feel like I understand that she's a mess, and I don't know if she can be what he needs.
So I'm hoping that he will like calm her down, and she will kind of pick him up a little bit, like bring him out of his shell, get him a little rugged. Yeah, I'm really hoping for that.
Get a tattoo.
I feel like he's got it in him, Like give him a few years. He's still pretty young.
Yeah, they are. They're all very young.
They're all fairly young, but you never know. I would like to see how the breakup actually goes if they actually have a breakup. Actually happens. Watch Mason come with a ring. And
God.
So
poor Meg. And then what happens? So
it wouldn't be the first time. Let me tell you, if he gets rejected, he could get rejected and then still ask the other girl to marry him. And it's happened before.
So then you'd be second choice?
Yeah. You know what? It's happened before. And the guy went to Mexico with this girl, ended up breaking up, went back to his old pick, found her, they got married, and they have a kid. Like, they're actually really good now. But let me tell you, it wouldn't be like, the first time.
Baby, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I picked the wrong girl.
Yes. I don't know if I could handle that. But I guess I
was your second pick. But I mean, yes. I guess if you could make it far enough to actually really get married and have a baby.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I mean, that means you've been together for like a while.
Yeah, no, they are solid. They're perfect for each other. They're very perfect.
I mean, you'd have to be crawling on your hands and knees. Baby, I'm so sorry. I embarrass you on national TV.
Yeah. But so we'll see. I would love to see how Mason and Madison and Meg that whole because Meg is head over heels for this boy.
I know, but Mason is telling them both like something. He's telling them the same shit. He's like basically telling, oh no, it's you, baby, it's you. I'm exclusive. Honey, you need to break it off with somebody, and hopefully Madison breaks it off with you before. You break it off with Meg because
yes.
Hopefully Madison comes to you and says we're done before you freaking ex Meg.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then he'll be stuck with nothing.
Then what? You got nothing. You got to go home.
Got nobody. Well, that would be his own doing, I guess. Because
I know, but then I feel bad for Meg because she knows that she's not his number one. Like.
And she's struggling right now as it is.
I know. I feel bad. And they're so crazy together. They could go to like I don't alien conventions and
totally. They could go to like to observatories and look at planets and stuff
and looking for the aliens,
conspiracy theory things. I think he knows he probably should be with Meg, but he's trying to get with Meg because of all the little flirty sex talk.
Because the flirty sex talk. That's all, I'm like, all you two are is flirty sex talk, so maybe y'all are perfect.
Very similar with Molly and Dave, I felt at first. Like they are very much like heavy on the sex talk.
And then freaking poor Lauren. Yeah. But you know what? Lauren is acting very immature, and she's acting very much like you didn't know what this show was about, like that you could end up with somebody who is dating somebody else.
Yes.
Acting very jealous.
Yes.
Like at least Madison understood that that your boy could have another girlfriend.
She was very aware, very like totally okay. Like I get it, figure out.
Yeah, but Lauren is like taking it straight to the heart and like maybe you shouldn't have only narrowed it down to one guy. You didn't know what your guy was going to narrow it down to. So,
and also like, if a guy insults you
off the bat
right away, and not only did he say what's wrong with you, he's talking about her age and saying that
she's old. And that's the age of 30. And he said it twice. He didn't even just say once.
Every time he talks to her, I feel like he brings it up. He's like, you're getting old. You got to get you and have kids. And
bitch, what?
Excuse me? No, I don't want her to end up with him. I want her to want more for herself.
I know.
You know, but she's just...
I think the other two, I think that Molly and Dave are probably better.
They're both messy, but they deserve each other,
They're messy, yeah. And they're a good match.
They are. I mean,
and I think she's probably feisty enough to keep him, like...
Oh, she could
keep him in line.
Yeah, not only that, but I feel like she would keep things spicy.
Yes, I don't think Lauren can do that.
Yeah, I feel like she's
got that jealous, like, tell me that you love me so much and tell me that you're going to break up with everybody else.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. You need to tell me now.
I need to know.
I need to know.
So if I'm out, like, and he should also, like, because he was doing the same thing. He also was telling them both the same thing.
Yes. No, he was telling them both the same thing.
So Dave, like, wrap it up. Figure it out.
I know.
Oh, Devin and Brittany.
I like, that was super weird, awkward.
What was his story when he was telling his story?
No, I felt so bad for him for his story, and oh my god, and the way she reacted, like Brittany, like totally
gave her own story.
Like, well, no, that she like felt for him, like, oh my god, she loves him, and then all of a sudden she comes out of fucking left field with like, I was bisexual, but she won't say the words, which I thought was super weird. Like she's saying like, oh, I've kind of had a relationship with a woman. Like, so then are you bisexual?
The way she was phrasing it, I love people for who they are.
So
you're pansexual. That's what that means. You love people for who they are. The man, woman, whatever. That's really not
a man, woman, or whatever. A man, woman, or a dog? Like what? Like, what do you mean, a man, woman, or whatever?
Dog.
I like the dog. Like, what do you mean, a man, woman, or whatever?
Like, you could be trans.
Maybe I'm sheltered.
You could be like it doesn't matter what you've got.
Why didn't she just call herself bisexual? I was bisexual, but I know that I want to be with a man.
She should have just said, I'm pansexual. I love who I love. It doesn't matter what they've got in their pants. I just love who I love. That would have been more.
Yeah, but now he's thinking in his head.
Like, oh, so you're just a lesbian, but you want to marry a man?
Yeah. See, no, that's what I'm like. Well, no, now in his head, he's thinking, so if all of a sudden she decides the D isn't good enough, that she's going to go be with a woman.
She did clarify that she's monogamous. So, like, that's being attracted to other people that, like, multitudes of different...
Yeah, there's a bunch of levels for that.
To do with being monogamous. So she did clarify, like, I'm monogamous.
Yeah, so okay, you're gonna be faithful, but I mean,
it just, I think I do agree that he told something very personal as far as like his own struggles with like.
He felt like he was addicted to
the pain meds, right? But even then, it was like he had other medical issues, which I felt for, and I'm glad and I appreciate that he
put his faith in God, and
and it's hard for guys to be vulnerable like that and talk about things like that. So I was proud of him for that. And I wish that she would have maybe met him in that same area and not necessarily like my sexuality.
Yeah, she went
of like
far
a hardship that she was having in her life.
I think maybe she was bringing it up because it was like time where like maybe she knows that they're kind of getting to that cross where either we're going to pick each other or we're not. Right. Kind of like we're at that crossroad.
She is trying more than Victoria, I will say. Victoria does seem very like standoffish.
I know. I feel like there's so much shady shit in this girl's past or something. I feel like you're like, so secretive
do
or
you
something.
have a kid? What's going on?
I know. What are you hiding? I totally feel like, what the fuck are, and he knows it too. He feels it too.
Yeah.
Like, you are not opening up.
She's got something that she's not telling me.
Yeah, you are hiding something, girl.
Hello.
Like,
yeah, no, you gotta, this is the time to be completely honest.
Yeah, because we are at the nitty gritty, and if people are starting to pick people, like, you need to.
And he told her that. She's like, I just don't like telling people myself, like, I don't know. And he's like, but that's what we're here for.
Yeah, what do you think you're here for?
Yeah. Sign up for the wrong show, honey.
Maybe no wonder your other relationships haven't been working out. I don't know.
You need to be willing to be vulnerable. As terrifying as it is, but that's kind of the whole premise of the show. You got to be.
Yeah, you're looking for. I'm assuming that you're looking for your life partner.
Love of your life.
Yeah, your life partner. That's wild.
But now, yeah. So I'm in.
Oh, and then David and Molly, they were talking about rings. Like, what kind of ring?
Yeah,
I was
like, yeah. He
has changed a lot from the first episode. He was such a douchebag.
He was such a douchebag. I still feel like he probably has douchey tendencies.
Oh, I think
but she's kind of like, she matches
the
his douche
second
level.
that he is with his friends, he's gonna go right back to that, and he's gonna start treating her.
And
like
I feel
shit.
like Molly can either handle it or meet him at the same level.
Yeah, just
like,
take him down a notch. Yeah, she just knocks to knock him down a little.
Yeah, I agree.
Take him off his pedestal a little bit.
Yeah. But, I did appreciate that when he offered or said something about his mom's ring, she was like, well, your sister might want to do something with that.
That was perfect.
I appreciate that and respected that she said that.
Yeah, that was very, very thoughtful of her.
Yeah. So, and the emerald, I do like a unique ring.
I do like that too. I do. I would like a big, just fucking, I like the big solitaire. I don't want anything around it. I want the big fucking ring.
Just give me the fattest
and then, rock. The biggest, fattest fucking rock. And, sorry. The biggest, fattest fucking rock. And then a whole bunch of rings to go with it. Yeah. I like lots of rings.
I love rings too. I'm actually naked with how many rings I've got right now.
No, honestly, I threw away a diamond ring at work.
What do you mean you threw it away?
I think I lost it in a glove. I had a glove on, and I pulled the glove off, and I pulled the ring off in the glove. That's the only thing I could think of, a diamond ring. I know, and I can't find anything to replace it. And then I bought these rings to replace it, and for some reason it must have been really cold, and they fit my finger. And now I don't know, my fingers are swollen, but they doesn't fit my finger anymore. Oh I know. I'm like, I bought all these rings. They don't fit. I can squeeze them on, but it's a little scary to get off.
Yeah, they won't come off.
No, they might never come off. It might be forever. And then and then I've lost like 15 thumb rings. So
thumb rings, I
don't know. I have like a big old fucking knuckle.
Oh no, me too.
And it's a skinny little finger, and then a fucking huge
my
knuckle.
Thumb is skinnier than my middle finger and my first finger.
Oh, my first finger and my thumb are the same size.
I think no, I think you're right, actually. But yeah,
is yours a 3 ring?
It was, and then one of them broke off. And
I had the same ring twice. And I swear I try to pinch it to like mold it to my fingers so it doesn't come in.
No, I know.
I wear gloves a lot at my job, so I had to take my gloves off, and then things come off with them.
R.I.P. diamond ring.
I know. I was very, very sad about that.
Oh, I would have been devastated too.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
And now I can't find it. Apparently, I don't know what size fucking finger I am.
Oh, that's another
So I can't. Well, I have a ring sizer, and I keep ordering. I keep sizing my fingers and buying new rings. Yeah,
and then you get it, and then you get them, and you're like, this doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. And then I'm like this did fit my middle finger when it was cold outside, and we live in Southern California, so right now it's like 80 degrees.
I mean,
and now my finger must have swollen, and now the fucking rings don't fit.
Oh my god, swelling is
I know. Don't live where it's hot.
Don't live where it's hot.
Trust me. I did live where it was cold though too.
Oh yeah. Do you not swell when you're in the cold?
No, you shrink. Everything shrivels up and shrinks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And when you're hot, you swell.
Swelling. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? But I think it depends on elevation, because I've heard like if you live in Colorado, even though it's cold, the elevation makes you swell. Makes you bloated. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lived up in the mountains. I don't know. I don't remember the summer.
2 female friends tell me that they lived in Colorado, and when they lived out there, they
swelled up. That's weird. I don't know. I don't remember when I lived up in the mountains.
Maybe
I just all I remember is the winter.
It's not as high as it would be in Colorado, so maybe
I don't know. We're at 5,500 feet.
Oh,
not pretty high.
That is pretty high.
I mean, we had like 4 feet of snow.
Yeah, that's cold.
It was cold.
All right, well,
I don't know, but like I said, like it was so cold for so long that when I lived there, that's all I can remember. I don't even remember ever being warm there.
And then in summer?
Because I don't remember, because we moved there like midsummer to the end of summer, and then we left the beginning summer to midsummer.
Oh,
so we didn't so I didn't enjoy. I didn't really experience much summer there.
Literally got there right when it was cooling down and left right when it was cold.
Yeah, but it was an adventure. You got to take those little adventures every once in a while. It was very scary and a jump, but we did it.
Adventures are good for you.
It was an adventure.
Try different things.
Try
different jobs, different places to live. There's have you seen the apple cider vinegar show on Netflix?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh my goodness. So there's 6 episodes of it, and I didn't realize that there was a documentary about the same thing. That's also on Netflix. It's called Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist.
Oh.
So I binge watched Apple Cider Vinegar, and then I watched a documentary, and it was very spot on, like, except for the relationship, as far as I know, and the other influencer that was involved.
Okay.
As far as what I saw, that was not a part of the true story, but everything else,
So far from what I understand is this girl, I don't even remember her name.
Belle Gibson. Belle Gibson in Australia.
She decided she saw these influencers who were very, very sick and wanted the attention and notoriety, I guess.
Yeah, I think it comes down to her just wanting to be accepted and like somewhere to belong.
Have a belonging.
Yeah.
She kind of messed up
very
at
much.
Home.
Yeah, because her home life was very messed up. And I feel like we've all known someone like that when we were younger. Kids who just make up stories and like you're like, okay, sure. But they grow out of it, you would hope. Yeah, pathological liars. She did not grow out of it and just kept it going and made a whole business model out of it and conned a lot of people that actually were fighting cancer and thinking that her cookbook and her app, she even had an app with Apple.
Yeah, she basically conned and said that she had a brain tumor because she had seen somebody else on the internet that was getting all the attention from their illnesses.
So she would just fake.
So she was just faking these illnesses, and then
once she started getting questioned about where did you get diagnosed, who diagnosed you, when exactly, where's the paperwork? Oh, and they asked her for the paperwork. Oh, I don't keep that negative energy in my home. Like,
oh, okay.
So it was just red flag. Which is unfortunate because from what I understand, her cookbook was actually really good. She was.
From what I saw, like the cookbook was like all healthy.
Yeah,
eating,
it was delicious.
But you just can't claim those things cure cancer.
Yeah, no. And then the charities that she was supposedly fundraising for, but she was keeping the funds.
Okay, so I didn't get that far yet.
Okay, spoiler alert. Sorry, but yeah, it's definitely interesting study. I feel like on just humanity and like the desperation to be accepted. Sometimes also with social media, like you will just there's been a lot of
the likes. People get addicted to those things, especially the younger generation. Like that is like everything. Like is how many likes you have, how many followers you have. It boosts your endorphins. It becomes like a whole dopamine it becomes your life.
It does. No, Tina.
That's not for you.
No, it's very true. It's all consuming. And I think also during that time, 2013, 2015, it was when that was when social media was really really big. Facebook and Instagram, and it was really, really I remember I was sucked into it too. I was in a couple of groups and I was getting heavily involved.
And then you look at other people. Yeah, other people have this many likes. Why do I not have this many likes?
And then this many friends. Where it's like this isn't even real life.
Yeah,
why am I getting so?
What do I care what these people think about me?
Upset. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know these people.
Yeah, I don't even know these people. Why do I need their approval?
Which it's just great if you can make friends and through social media, of course. But they're more often than not not, you have to use your discernment.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is your friend.
No. And there's a lot of
fake
people on the internet.
Yes. And
like, you can be anybody sitting behind a keyboard.
And they're giving you this picture perfect portrait of who they are, but that's not the reality.
No.
Ugh. Just, you know, you gotta question everything, I always say. You know?
And don't, I mean, honestly, just be you. Who cares?
Yeah. Like, yeah. And if you feel like posting something, just post it for yourself. It doesn't really necessarily about the likes, whatever.
No.
I mean, I post cringe stuff all the time. If anything, it's just like immersion therapy for me, so I can like be like, yeah.
Oh, you think it's funny? Like, I think other people should see this too. And somebody's gonna think, somebody out there in the world's gonna think it's funny.
Somebody will appreciate it, and maybe they'll be inspired to be themselves and cringe.
Or my best friend's gonna love this.
Exactly, just my best friends. This is for my, you know what I mean? Like, this is an inside joke. You know who this is for. But yeah, for yourself. Don't do it for anything else. And not for the likes.
No,
who cares? No, it's really not about that. There was so many. And so seen on socials. I am chronically online. Speaking of, so lately there's been a lot of stuff going around on TikTok. I don't know. We got to get you on TikTok.
I know. I am on TikTok, but
you got to get you.
I know. Like, I just need to. I'm not good with all the socials.
TikTok University.
I know. I do. I need to take a course on all the social media.
So until then, I got you. All right. I'm going to give you the seen on socials for the past week, what I've been seeing. All right.
Okay.
So first up, Bethenny, Frankel, and Lashify, the CEO of Lashify, are in this battle right now. Not legally, but apparently Bethenny Frankel did this whole demonstration on a lash company, and she loved it, and she posted a video about how much she loved it. Lashify CEO got very upset and messaged her.
Because it wasn't Lashify?
Because it was not Lashify. And she's like, you're now part of...
Did she have an agreement with them that she was going to promote?
Nope. No.
No deal.
I mean, Bethenny Frankel gets sent stuff all the time.
All the time. Do you know how much freaking swag that girl fucking is so much.
I mean, apparently, according to her, she had these lashes for like a year already. So she finally decided to try them out, and she didn't know any better. She doesn't know what these competitors or who's competing against who. Also, neither does she care, because that's just business. Yeah, right. There's dupes everywhere. So she got this scathing message that said that she was a part of a legal battle now because she made this video. Bethenny Frankel was not having
somebody else's lashes.
Because she likes somebody else's lashes. Yeah.
And not theirs.
And Lashify was very upset about it. The CEO was like, that's our competitor. Now you're involved in our legal battle. And Bethenny's like, ooh, come say about me.
Right? Come say about girl. Yes, that is not somebody that you want to mess with.
I'm here, ready and waiting.
You don't think she has people?
Oh, she absolutely has people.
I know.
If the fact that Bethenny even said something out loud, like, don't come for Bethenny.
Yeah, don't, because she's going to slam your ass.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Then from that, another thing that I saw, terrible news actually, there has been... I heard 3, but so far the most known are these 2 celebrity stylists that have passed away that are from the same agency. I believe it's Graham does hair and the Jesus. So it's 2 different people. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on the names, but I just know that there's 2 people from the same agency. Jesus was in Dubai with J-Lo doing her hair. He got sick. The whole team traveled back to the States without him, left him over there. And then when he finally got back home, he had complications from whatever he was sick from, went to the hospital, apparently was pneumonia.
That's so
Always
fishy.
Pneumonia.
Always pneumonia. I feel like either that's like the illness that the docs are going towards, or that there's something else fishy.
So fishy. And you know what they say, hairstylists know everything. They are the therapists. Like,
to everyone. They're the ones who sit there and just listen to you go.
I mean, you can see him all over Kylie Jenner's Instagram. So he's very well known in that celebrity world. Prayers for his family. I all of the families, for all of the hairstylists. It's really sad and terrible because they're very young. Yeah. So it's all very shady.
When you hear pneumonia, especially a young person, like you should be able, if you're not 75 and older and you get pneumonia.
Usually pneumonia is a secondary illness that you get from being in a hospital.
I had pneumonia. I had bronchitis, and then my bronchitis had turned into pneumonia.
Exactly. So
I did have pneumonia. But I mean, being a young person, you should be able to fight it off. Understandably, if you're a 75-year-old, and you get pneumonia. It causes other problems, and then you might end up in the hospital. But being that young, that's wild.
It is very fishy. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And I'll report back if I hear anything else.
I mean, was he around anybody who could have been a shady individual or wronged a shady individual?
I mean, J-Lo did used to date Diddy.
If he had been doing her hair for a long... No, because they were together.
Well, I guess, yeah. And
they were together he was 20 years ago. He was a baby.
But at the same time, you just never know what was talked about in his presence.
Yeah,
because even though she was with him years ago, she could still be talking about, or other people in her team could have talked about it.
Yeah.
It's all fishy. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And I'll let you know if I hear any other updates, because it's just very fishy. Let's see. The other thing that I saw was Topanga from Boy Meets World, Danielle Fishel. Yeah. She's been getting into it on her podcast with her other co-star, Maitland Ward.
Was she even a big character?
She was. She dated I think one or both of the guys for a long time. Like when they went to move to college, she was like a very main character. She was like their roommate. Yeah.
Because I just don't recognize. I see the pictures of her and I'm like, I don't recognize.
She had short red hair and she was tall, and then now she's like got longer red hair and she's got a lot of makeup, and I think she's in the adult industry now.
I'm not shading you,
so that's probably why she looks a little different.
Yeah.
So they're having beef because Maitland's like, you didn't pay attention to me, and Daniel's like, I did. And so they're going back and forth.
Ew, how gross is that? You didn't give me enough attention at a party.
Yeah, and Danielle was like, do you hate us? And she's like, no, you hate me. So they're in a little petty battle right now, which is funny.
It sounds like somebody's going to come out with a book soon and they needed some
right?
They need some publicity.
But honestly, that was it. Danielle was trying to say that she wanted to message her privately, but Maitland was the one that wanted to do it publicly. And Maitland's like, no, you wanted to do it on the podcast. So they're both going back and forth
oh my gosh.
Oh God, who knows?
Girl drama.
Did you know Danielle Fishel's husband, by the way, had this whole thing with Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I knew that he had a scandal. I didn't know what it was about. I don't know.
So years ago, I guess, he was on Twitter, so that he found shrimp in his Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he went viral for that, and it was like this whole thing.
And she married that guy.
She married that guy.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrimp guy. And that's really weird because you know what? She was like the pinpoint of so many boys' fantasies.
Yeah.
When we were growing up as millennials,
I wanted to be her. I was like,
oh my gosh, she was gorgeous,
so pretty, like the perfect mouth,
the full lips.
Bye. But now I'm like,
and you married the Cinnamon Toast Shrimp
guy. And I guess he's had also girlfriends that came out and said that he was like a gaslighter and all this stuff, and manipulator. So I don't know what that's all about. Again, that's just what I've seen on socials. Other than that,
maybe he's really hot. No.
Or really hung.
Yeah, or really hung.
It better be one or the other, if not both.
Yes.
All right. But other than that, the last thing I do want to say, Michelle Trachtenberg from Harriet the Spy and
R.I.P. That's so sad.
She passed away today. It looks like she was having some battle with her health. I heard about
people have been talking about that she was looking unhealthy. Lots of people had reached out saying that she was looking unhealthy for a while.
Her eyes were looking very jaundiced. And
she had a liver transplant?
Yeah, it just came out today, I think, that she recently had a liver transplant. So it was probably from complications from that. But she was so young.
Yeah.
And she did grow up in the Valley. So she was a local.
And she'd been acting, I mean, they said, I think, since she was 3.
Yeah. And even though she was acting, she would still go to school in the area. So a lot of people grew up knowing her. And I was always a fan of her work.
Oh, yeah.
She was great. And I mean, we were the same age, so I was like, exactly. She can do it, I can do it.
Well, rest in paradise.
Yeah, rest in paradise. That's very sad.
Very sad. To you and your family.
Yeah.
Our condolences.
All the 80s babies. She was so young, only 39 years old.
Yes, very young.
So that's very sad. But to end on a higher note.
I know.
We do have more episodes coming.
We do.
And we will definitely be going over more episodes of Love is Blind.
Yes.
Next week we'll do 5 and 6.
Yep, 5 and 6.
I think we have more episodes coming in March, so we have a little bit of time to hopefully catch up, and maybe we can get some live action, not live action, but talk about it more when it's closer to the newer episodes that come out.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We'll catch up further.
Yeah. And keep in mind, All right, we are going to be posting these fairly soon. So hopefully they're going to be
well, they'll be all released hopefully together,
right? So that you can catch up with us and watch some Love Is Blind with us, and we can all discuss. Let us know your thoughts.
Yes, please, and let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah,
and your opinions, and send us pictures of your pooches.
Please. We love pets.
And let us know what you want to talk about, what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah,
we'd love to discuss.
Yeah, anything. If you've got any spooky stories or unsolved mysteries that you want us to touch on, we're trying to do a Friday Frights.
We're not sure.
Episodes. We're not exactly sure, but we just want to have a day where we can be in our cozies and maybe do something fun before shower makeup and just get creative and just have a girls' night in. And join us.
Yes, absolutely.
Get in your comfy cozies. Grab a little drink.
Right. Or listen to us on your way home from work.
Exactly. Just let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And just remember, we're not experts, but we're definitely entertaining.
So take our advice with a grain of salt or maybe a shot of tequila.
Until next time, stay spicy. Bye. Cheers.
Cheers.